Wagwan masses, and welcome back to One Name Sports. Today we're going to take a look at the Champions League groups for 21-22, see how some of the matchups are going to look. And trust me, some of them are very interesting, some of the storylines over the summer. We're going to take a pick for our group of death and try to, guess which teams are going to make it through the round of 16. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also, come and look at our 1AM IG if you want that up-to-date reaction and a couple clips from some of the popular football pages on IG. I'm very active over there. Again, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, so make sure you hit that button. I'll also touch a little bit on this Ronaldo news. I'll give my thoughts on that. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off looking at Group A, and what a great group it is. We have the money, the two big money side them, and I expect both of them to go through between City and PSG. They'll be met with RB Leipzig and Club Brugge. Trust me, after this whole messy transfer saga and everything that we thought, to see him now ending up not playing for City but playing against them twice in this group, it's something maybe the football gods had set up the whole time. But just a early test for them, and looking at how things are shaking now with the Ronaldo saga, it might be our last chance to see Ro versus Messi at the peak, at the near top of their powers in European competition. So that'll be very exciting as a neutral fan. It's gonna hurt as a Man U fan to see Ronaldo in those colors, but hey, that's gonna be prime matchup for the Champions League. Moving on to Group B, and we have what I think is the group of death: Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto, AC Milan. Very, very strong group. Atletico and Liverpool have a little history. Porto is a very good team. AC Milan, this is their welcome back, and what a terrible welcome back it is. This is a tough group to pick, but I'll have to go with the first two. With Atletico, Simeone, he finds a way with that squad, even when some of the people that you're expecting to be stars aren't. João Felix and Poole are back to full strength. So I expect them to take care of business, especially with the crowds back now. Milan, I think Milan and Porto, this is going to be a tough group. I can't even guess points for this one. It should be very close. It might be a last match day, figure out who makes it through kind of situation. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. Yeah, in Group C, we have Sporting, Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas. This is a very levelish group to me. The standout would be Holland more so than Dortmund, but the standout would be Dortmund out of this group. I do expect them to make it through. Now, with the rest of them, Ajax aren't at where they were a couple years ago when they almost made the final. A lot of those players have moved on. And Sporting are a very good team. Don't sleep on them. And don't sleep on Besiktas either. They're Turkish champions, or perennial around the mix for Turkey for a reason. This is going to be a very close group because of how they were, but truthfully, other than Dortmund, a lot of these teams are, good, but Europa League quality. Still should be a good group. Should be exciting football for them. All right, so for Group D, we have Inter, Real Madrid, who is still a Super League team, Shakhtar, and Sheriff. I guess Conference League team slipped through the cracks because I've never heard of this team. This group will be pretty straightforward. We expect Real and Inter to slip through. Inter are significantly weaker than they were to end the season. Lost their coach, lost Hakimi, lost Lukaku. But hey, they still have more than enough quality, I think, to take care of business with Shakhtar. Shakhtar, though, are a tricky customer. We saw what they did last year against Real Madrid. So we shall see. Maybe they have the same trick up their sleeve. The matchup with them and Monaco could have gone either way, because this could have easily been Monaco in the group instead of them. But again, this should be a very exciting group. Expect Real Madrid's quality to shine through, especially if they get Mbappe. All right, so in Group E, we have Dynamo Kiev, Benfica, Barca, and I know they ate to see Bayern Munich in this group as well. But yeah, it should be a good matchup. Those two last B named teams should easily well make it out the group. I think Barca still has more than enough quality to do that. Beyond that, I don't see anything happening. Make a little noise in the knockout rounds, and politely exit and go back to Catalonia. They have a really good squad though. Maybe they'll gel together. Maybe Dembele finally gets healthy. Maybe Coutinho takes the number 10 and looks like his Liverpool days. Maybe. Very unlikely though. Moving on to Group F, we have Young Boys, Man U, Villarreal, and Atalanta. No, somebody said this was an easier group. It is really, really not. Atalanta are a very top team. And then we have Villarreal, who beat us last year in the Europa League finals. So I can easily well see Ole does a bottle job and we end up coming third and ending up right back in Thursday night football. But I think under these circumstances this year, with the money spent, that will be his job if he does that. I guess last year he had a little excuse because it was PSG and RB Leipzig. Not so this year, my G. So we should win that group. Now between Atalanta and Villarreal, who knows? Atalanta they're a gel together team. They have a direction and a coach that knows their system and can get the best out of their players. And then we have another coach in Unai who was a better tactician than Ole. So we shall see. Maybe Sancho makes the difference and we cruise through and go in the knockout rounds. We'll see. We're a very talented squad. Again, we should be in the knockout rounds easily this year. But again, I'm a little skeptical on that. Now, Group G is similar in strength to me to Group C. Couple teams that you could clearly, but that I would see in the Europa League and do well in the Europa League, but not necessarily Champions League level. I guess that's why they're all together. But we have Lille, Sevilla, RB Salzburg, and Wolfsburg. All kind of on a similar level. I guess the standout would be Sevilla in this group. They're probably the fourth strongest team in Spain right now. Lille, the champions of France, but they kind of bled away a little bit of their talent as well. Salzburg is, a factory of talent. A lot of them move on to RB Leipzig and around Europe, so they'll always be there, but I feel like they're there to give experience to their academy players. And then Wolfsburg is there because they're there. I would have loved if that was actually Bayer Leverkusen, but Bailey's not there anymore, so I don't really care about Leverkusen no more. So, whoever is there is making up numbers. Who do I think will win this group? Sevilla, of course. Second, it's kind of up in the air. Salzburg doesn't have that big talent that they had before in Holland. So I can see Lille squeezing through with, Barak Yilmaz and dude from Canada, but they should do well. Lastly, we have the defending champions in Chelsea who somehow got stronger. The last ESL team in Juventus who are about to lose Ronaldo. Malmo and Zenit St. Petersburg. Again, those two teams are expected to go through in Juve and Chelsea. Chelsea might be putting some whoopings on people in this group. I don't think it will be pretty. Juve, again, Allegri coming in. If he can instill the kind of style of play and defensiveness that they had in his first stint, then Juve can be a very dangerous team and they can push it. I think maybe next year would be a little bit, where we'd see the old Juve kind of come back because they've been disappointed in this Ronaldo era, which is why he kind of wants to leave. Chelsea, as I said, they should run through in this group and, it should be good. Now, as I just hinted at, I'll get into this Ronaldo situation. All right, so as expected, like every other Man U fan, we see Ronaldo as a legend. We kind of made him. There's the kind of a paternal thing between him and Sir Alex. So, we kind of, there's that ownership. We felt like he has some pride in the red, black, and white. So for him to do a move like this, it's kind of shocking. It hurts a little bit, to be quite honest. But I'll feed some stats. Ronaldo hasn't been at Man U now for 13 years. He was at Real Madrid longer than he was at Man U. And then he was at Juve for the last 3. That's a long time. He was only at Man U for 6 years, which is what is forgotten. Yes, we kind of made him, but he has literally tripled that amount of time in other people's colors. Not to even mention the time that he spent with Sporting. He's in a situation now where he has, like, the Juve situation is very unique. Allegri never wanted him or didn't like him from jump, right? He didn't like his work rate. He didn't like how he changed his team. Ronaldo was the reason Allegri got fired. So just overall, just the relationship between him and Allegri, it's just not there. He got, I think his worst production under Allegri. They were playing the attacking football, XYZ, and now coming into this new season, he was pretty much told, listen, thank you, but this is your last season. We're not looking to renew. We're not looking to extend. You're done. And speaking just from an individual level, not as a fan, a Man U fan, but as a Ronaldo fan, or even putting myself in his shoes, this is your window. You're looking for maybe a 2-year or 3-year deal, because the option is always there for him to maybe, take a significant pay cut and go back to Sporting or go to MLS and shine it up. But he feel like he still has something left, especially because Messi just went to PSG. Now, PSG, as you saw, there's a league strength rankings, and French league now has fallen below the Portuguese league, and they're not a top 5 league in Europe. It's a farmers league. PSG, they can play a different 11 every week and still be in the running to win, or most likely now with the squad they have, they will win the league. So Messi's going to have maximum rest for Champions League nights. He's going to score and maybe have a dance with Neymar and Mbappe, but he's not supposed to be staying. And Di Maria and Icardi. It's just going to be a party, and he's going to be inching on Ronaldo's goal record. He has a very big chance of winning another Champions League, which is getting closer to Ronaldo's Champions League record. You know what I mean? So that's the pride that Ronaldo has in his records, because at the end of the day, when you're gone and forgotten, your stats is what kind of holds you up against whatever the next generation is. Looking right now, so moving away from the Juve situation and the Messi situation, the transfer situation. So this summer, as we can see, just Chiesa kind of stepped up, but Messi was supposed to go back to Barca. And then Ronaldo was kind of itching to get out of there, was trying to hope to go to PSG. Maybe, again, I know his politics run a lot of what UEFA going on. Maybe he had inside knowledge. Florentino Perez probably straight up told him, we don't want you back. We're going after Mbappe. So he's like, okay, if Mbappe leaves, I can go over there. Messi things falls through. Messi goes over there. They don't want to lose Mbappe, but Mbappe doesn't want to pay third fiddle to Messi, Neymar, and then him. No, he's like, I'm going to start on my own right. Real Madrid have this new stadium opening up. Let me go here and be the star of this whole league instead of being in this farmers league and getting, 30 goals a season and it not really meaning anything. So Real Madrid is off. PSG is off. Juve is where you at and you trying to leave. No one else in Italy can afford you, so kill that old league. Bayern Munich don't want you. You're too expensive, and it doesn't really even fit how they do business. Then you come and look at England. Looking at Portugal is dead. They're not affording anybody. When you look at England, Chelsea don't want you. They're trying to get rid of people at this point, or do swap deals. Liverpool, come on. Ain't no way. And plus, there's no space for you in Liverpool's team. They can't afford you. There's no space on their arrival. Man U, I'm sure he contacted Man U, and Man U was like, nope. And there were rumors earlier in the summer, we wanted Sancho. We have too many players right now that are playing wing positions. There's no space for Ronaldo, and we're trying to lower our wage bill. We're not paying what Ronaldo wants. There's really only one team left, and this is after PSG fell out, and that's Man City. Now, if Man City had gotten Kane, he'd be dead. He'd just have to sit there at Juve this season, do whatever Allegri wants him to do, play right back or, run back or whatever the heck it is, and he just have to eat it. But after they fell out with Kane, what's left? Ronaldo. So as mad as I am at it, that was his only option, and we will see him in blue this year. I'm calling it now. I know Fabrizio Romano is giving the updates quick, fast, and in a hurry, but 30 million and his wages is no problem for City. They're upset about the Kane situation, so that's gonna fall through. They're gonna give him a 2-year deal. Maybe after this year, if he wins the ChampionsLeague or whatever, he goes to MLS, and that's the end of that. But here's my thing. Let's say he does great, right? Say he does great. It's going to hurt my heart to say it, but whatever. Cavani's gone. Let's hope. Let's put the energy out there. Pogba's gone. So 2 big contracts that are now off our thing. Now follow me? Martial has a terrible season. Doesn't make France squad. He's ready to move on. We say, yo, forward kid. Put the 9 on his back. All England front line. So this Ronaldo thing might turn into a blessing. Let's hope it turns out that way. Anyways, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if you're a Man U fan. I don't know. Put how much you're gonna hate Ronaldo, and does it really actually tarnish his legacy if he plays for City, and how much so? Like, if you have a jersey, would you light it on fire? I don't know. Don't waste your money. Trust me. Please like, subscribe, and share. Facebook, WhatsApp, your friend and whatever. Again, hit that subscribe button down below. Follow the One Aim IG channel. Thank you for all your support. Peace and love. This is One Aim Sports.